Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. Somebody contacted me via email and they need stars around a 20-inch circle or thereabout. You can always make this bigger, but he wants the stars touching and they just barely touch. And there's really no, and so he wants 36 stars. There's really no way to use a conventional star around a circle and have them touch because of the fact that it's just going around a curved object. So we're going to draw an ellipse, and I'm going to hit P, put it in the center page, and I'm going to make it 20 inches. Now I'm going to make a star, just a regular 5-sided star, about that big, and I'm going to hit P, put it in the center of the page. It is selected, so now I'm going to shift select the circle, and I'm going to go P to put it to the top. So if he needs them further out, he can manage that. Now what I'm going to do is take a 2-point line and start drawing it, and then hold down the control button so it's perpendicular, and I'm going to hit P. I'm going to rotate it 5 degrees. I'm going to control D and make a duplicate, and I'm just going to mirror it. And so that is our, and it's kind of weird, so my star's not big enough right now, but that star size doesn't really matter in this case. So now what we want to do is shift select this, or control D and make a duplicate, holding down the shift key so it'll grow from the inside, put it about right there. Now my nudge factors, I'm going to set my nudge factor on 10, and I'm going to grab my star and move it out of the way. Now I'm going to take this box right here, doesn't really matter what color, I'm going to smart fill it, and I'm going to move it over twice. Well, it's in the way of our stars, but I can move this. You don't want to move this from there on out. I'm going to left click, right click in black. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to grab my star. I'm going to go up to effects and envelope, and I picked extrude. I'm going to go up to effects and envelope. And this comes up, and right here is create envelope for form. So you need to have your star selected and then pick inside there. So it did kind of curve the star a little bit. Now we're going to, that one is selected. I'm going to shift select this one. I'm going to go E, C, and that put it in the center. Now it's the last one selected. Well, let me select my box and just move it over. Let me go ahead and get rid of these lines. And I'm going to move that. I'm nudging, so I'm not moving. You could probably do a test. I'm going to control D and make a duplicate, alternate C to make it rotate from the center of the page, and I'm going to rotate it 10 degrees. Then we're just going to look at it, and it's like perfect, or close as perfect as you can get it. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that star. I'm going to grab this one. I'm going to alternate C so it rotates from the center, and I'm going to go to Windows, Dockers, and Transform. Yours might say Transformation, and I'm going to rotate 10 degrees 35 times because of copies. Whenever Corel says copies, it's going to leave the original, and we want 36, so we've already got one, and I'm going to hit apply. Now I'm going to take my lines away, and I'm going to select everything. And if you look, you could maybe tweak it a little bit more, but that's about as perfect as you get. Look at it, it's even on a line. So now to make them all one unit, we're going to take the pick tool and select the whole thing, and we're going to weld them. And to make sure your weld worked, grab your smart fill tool and just fill in any star. So your weld worked. Now, if you want them that way it doesn't have any hairlines, you could select it and make them black stars. And there you have it. And if you look really close, there's no bump in the road on top of the star, and each star is connected. I'm hoping that's what he wanted. And like I said, if that's not big enough, it's like right now it's 19, but that's probably from the edge. You could go right here and type in 20 to make them just a little bit bigger. Now the outside tips of the star are 20 inches. If you needed it bigger, you could just make it, measure the height of the star and make them whatever you want. They're still going to be, let's make them 22. See, I've made it quite a bit bigger, but it's still the same. They're still connected and everything is good. Anyway, I hope that helped him a little bit. Thank you for watching.